Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. And I want to say thank you for the comments and the feedbacks. Yes, it's good to be grounded. It's good to be going to a hermit mode for it. And hopefully, you did that great work from yesterday. Hopefully, you got into that energies and you look deeply inside of you. Okay. And as we talking about those energies in there, here's what's going to happen is that tomorrow Venus is going to be on this beautiful trines with Pluto and Uranus, but it's the same time with the moon. If you see the color, the color of the moon, it's with the colors of Uranus. That beautiful, kind of like a blue greenish light color in there, but at the same time is the Venus is looking at into that light in there is going to be a very powerful moment because the power of love, energy, and intuition, it is about to go forward. Hopefully you're understanding those energies because they're going to come in. They're going to be a very powerful presented in there. Sudden changes. Those sudden changes, they are coming in of realizing what the changes needs to be. Uranus represents the sudden changes. They can be a good and bad. It depends of your up here for it because your up here can be affected from so many things. Can be affected from collective energies. Can be a collective of your surrounding, the people you go around it in there, and can be affected from something that is not healed. So many things could be. But today it is going to be about those changes where? In the material world. Uranus is in Taurus. We are talking about this material situations, these material possessions in there. That is that energy from yesterday as the moon transiting into Taurus. What is going to be that little house? What is that going to be at this little situations? What is going to be that beautiful thing in there? So you can be going out in there within this hermit mode, but you need to understand with the changes that you make, don't go out there and go from one extreme all the way down to the other extreme. Okay, those two extremes in there for it, they're gonna be creating different issues within you. So the whole idea it is about today, all right, is just to make changes, but make them with balance, balancing yourself out. Okay, goes up and down, and it's like, okay, I feel down. That's mean I need an adjustment. I need some changes. Going too high, and it's like I'm not attached to the reality. Make a little bit lower, and balancing yourself out because that way the journey is going to be leading you in a very proper positions. Emotions and energies, they're going to be a very good. Okay, I know we've been having a lots of energies that there were, talking about this duality and I mean duality, but plus all those kind of like a T squaring and so on. It's still active, okay. But you, despite the situations is in there, you're gonna see the love, and you're gonna see it within the charts for it. This is gonna be at the energy at 11 o'clock for it, and that energy at 11 o'clock is gonna be the one that you really want to catch up. Why? Well, I will explain it to you. The moon and Uranus, they are right in here, and they're perfectly at 27th degree. Okay, and they are very good responding of the 29 degrees Neptune. With right now, this is the midheaven with Pluto, which is a 0 and 3 degrees, but there is this divine energies towards the sun. Okay, The same time, that exact energy is going into Venus. Okay, so this union of the moon um, and Uranus for, particularly when this energy is going to be rising at 11 o'clock, you're going to be feeling deeply inside of you. But in order to get into there, you have to go ahead and look at what are you going to do through the day. Because the end of the day, it's a matter of what you did through the day. Are you going to be satisfied within you? Are you going to be going on against through the ups and downs? Of course, there's going to be some ups and downs. And as we're talking about those ups and downs, they're going to be very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Talking about 7 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is going to be together with the true Lilith. That is the truth that you are finding there. It's going to be right connecting with the moon. The moon is still going to be sextiling Saturn. Basically, she's learning what he needs to. What is the secret? What is these hidden things that I didn't see from before? Now I'm seeing it. Why? You took time to look at the places that you never looked before. You took the time within a personal understanding in there to look for it. Because you are preparing to meet what? The universe in the material world. The proper growth that needs to be into the material world in there. Very kind of like you maybe also are reviewing some of the energies in there too. We're talking about the age of 14, or when you start working and performing at the age of 26, 27, in that period of time, you may be seeing it, certain things in there that right now they're just popping up within you. Okay, they will pop up, and those are going to be the things is why did they popping up? What is they connecting within this? Okay, there's still going to be some of the divine energies from Neptune and Pluto, but there's going to be a little bit kind of like going down as the sun and the authority goes in. It's like I already learned the situations that I need. But at the same time as the moon, it's going to be connecting to Uranus in there. For you are going to be able to see that the authority, which is the sun, is going to be doing some squares. And this is the moment you need to understand that if the things in the fights in there and you're still working together during the uncomfortable moments, they don't have to lead to fights. They just show up the two different opinions about the same thing. And I mean, Venus and Mars, they still gonna be of this debacles and no love and so on and so on. But if you moved right above this, Mercury and Chiron, they're doing the job as perfectly as they are meant to be. Okay, because if you're not a healed person, you create situations that should not be created in the first place. Guess what? That the connection here, it's working right now. It says like you need to look for it for the issue. I'm talking about anybody. This is a collective energies. But if you overcome those issues, those things is gonna come loud and clear, clean. Okay. Yeah, those issues they're gonna be brought in. I'm talking about 8 o'clock energy, as you see at this ascendant with Venus is rising, and now the love is coming in and says like, what is neat, what is this? But if Venus is healed with Chiron, and that energy here with Mercury retrograde is been working out through Mars and Jupiter, you got no issue, you got no problem. You went through the storm. Yeah, the storm was good and great as long as you're not holding to that energy of this storm and so on. But it's the same time that ascendant in Venus is pointing out where? About Pluto. He's like, okay, very good. We're going back into a Capricorn. We're getting it where we're supposed to be. He's only about a few degrees away from be in to a Capricorn. You may feel these energies in there, but this beautiful trine right now between Venus, Pluto, and Uranus, and the moon is going to come in there. This is a blessings in disguise. Blessing in disguise. This is kind of like going to be the award of you went through this storm and you didn't allow the storm to break you. You didn't allow the storm to change you in the lower realms. And there, very powerful energies. Hopefully you guys are going to be using that energies. Later on at 9 o'clock, there's going to be this family situations in there and a balance within the relationships and so on. To remind you, Lilith is together with the South Node at Libra. A lot of triggers about relationship all over the place in there because they are affecting. But guess what? That is whole purpose. It is about to change. And it's coming to a change. And those changes, you're going to be feeling it today as the moon, because here is one thing, hopefully you guys get in it with the reports. The moon is pointing out the focus of the day. And ascendant, it shows up at the current moment present of time. What are you going to be facing at? Basically shows you the road a little bit ahead about. And you are currently working the work that is at mid-heaven. Okay, so seeing it within this, in there, the moon represents the emotions and the focus. So that intuition of those emotions is in there. It's processing within you. And now that energy of the moon, it's going to be meeting Uranus. It's going to be very good training. You're going to feel it within the air. You're going to feel that love. Okay? But it's as long as you're preparing in there for yourself. And right now, that ascendant that is at Libra is going to be showing you everything's going to be balanced. Right now, you see what is not balanced. So you will know how to counterbalance it within yourself. Powerful energy, guys. Very powerful. Okay, talking about the next hour, it's going to be at 10 o'clock. The ascendant still is going to be at Libra, but that is a training, what? Training Jupiter, the growth. Yeah. If you look at it, these energies of new contracts, new situations, new things is going to be developed, new situations is going to be, new innovations is going to come in, and I'm going to re-innovate myself. I'm going to be re-innovate my intuition. And this is what is going to be this meeting of the moon and Uranus and Taurus. A very interesting, a very beautiful, and a power energy when your intuitions and your emotions, they're going to be connecting to a Mother Earth. Very beautiful energy for it. Use it because we are going to need it. All right, talking about 11 o'clock, of course, when the inner work is about ego, you're always going to be tripped over. And especially if this is opposing Pluto. Pluto is coming like the bad guy. It's like, now is not at the time, all this stuff to come off. I was enjoying everything and so on and so on. No, you need to understand when things has to come out on the surface, they have to come out on the surface. If you have to go into the dark side, you have to go to the underworld, which is Scorpio. Pluto is ruling at that. But right now, Pluto is not in Scorpio, but affects everyone who have Pluto in Scorpio, right? Talking about this 80, pretty much the end of 90s born there. Right now, that is affecting but affecting at what? In the good way. In a good, powerful way in there. Be mindful about those energies because the ego is going to be like, what I'm doing it up here, and I have to see these visions. You're going to get the very powerful energies with that time because this is going to be pointing out towards Uranus. You're going to see it, you're going to feel it, and it's kind of like, I have a job to do with Uranus. I got to see what that job is. Okay? All right, midheaven goes into a Leo more further. It's right now. Hopefully, you guys figuring it out. What it was your limitations of this point? As the ascendant goes into a Scorpio, that is going to be very beautiful. Sextile with the sun, powerful. The sun right now, it is going in itself, but the only thing it is about this universe. It's kind of like a, what is my intuition to get with my universe, and what is the universe wants to show me? Well, they're gonna show you when you're ready to see, because if you're not ready to see, I mean, you have the wrong idea why you have to see it. And that's what the things doesn't show up. If when you have the wrong idea about it, there's like, even if you will show you what kind of guidance you want in there, you need to look from within yourself. Are you ready to accept what it is? And 90% of the time, the things is not accepted as they are. All right. Talking about 1 o'clock, that is this powerful divine energies that authority is seeing it, is seeking it, is like, okay, I got the point. Here, what is going to happen. So I got the point. Okay. We have the sun, we have the midheaven, we have Lilith, the true Lilith, and we have Venus that is at the Virgo. This is the powerful moments of this healings in there. Now you understand the wounds that Venus was hurt. You understand it yesterday that you need to go deeply from within you to heal. And now you're doing this job of healing. But somebody else is going to be adding in there. That is the Uranus. With the moon. Okay. You are going to be fulfilling this stuff. Okay. Talking about that 2 o'clock energies, the triggers, of course. I see my limitations, I'm not ready, and so on and so on. Where are you going to be ready for this? You determine when it's going to be. And some of you is going to be looking at into your shadow. If you have something within this kind of like crazy degrees, about 25 degrees of Scorpio, you're going to have these divine energies coming from Chiron and Mars. You're going to be healing masculine energies or understanding for the masculine energies from within you. But currently, your work in there, it shows up, it's like see through the limitations. What's limiting you? Get out of the box, get out of the internal jail, get out of those stinking overthinking. Whatever some of the case that might be for it. But at the same time, that focus in there, it's right here. It's coming. You feeling it. Okay. And I'm talking about that between 2 and 3 o'clock, midheaven is going to be exactly with Venus. You are going to be connecting to that love. You're going to be connecting to this energy. And as the moon, it's only 6 degrees now apart with Uranus. Now that energy is going to begin to be active. Why? Because you worked that out. And now, since you're working that out, you have to be able to see what is the situations you need to work on it. Yeah, you're holding the moon, and it's like, moon, what should I do with you? And the moon says, work on you. And I'm like, okay. All right. Midheaven is at a Libra together with the mean Lilith. And why I have this destiny, why I'm having those visions, when you have the wrong visions, these lower energies, there could be, kind of like a levels in there for Lilith. It comes in like this darkness from within yourself. But all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got it. I need to go ahead and make this or learn this. It all depends how it goes within your story for it. It depends of what you're working on right now. As the ascendant that is at its edge, you're either going to be communicating or you're going to be going out in the woods. You're going to be learning something, but not staying at the one spot. Okay? Because staying in the one spot doesn't solve anything. You're staying within this duality, and you're gonna be having a hard time right now. The reason is that because the ascendant is squaring the sun, and the sun begins to square the moon and Uranus. And those of you who have not overcoming themselves in there, you may be blowing up for no reason. You may be gonna be having these shadows of a doubt for no reason because you're making it as a reason. Well, the internal reason is within you. Okay, so seek in there within yourself. Interesting, right? You already know those energies, they're coming. We're talking about this Sag, Gemini, and Pisces, and a Virgo's energy in there. But the moon, the Venus, I'm sorry, is not anymore opposing Saturn. She's feeling free, but it still has this to be resolved. This powerful love energies that's gonna come through Mars. Who's gonna help Mars though? How did the Venus is gonna go into Mars? Chiron, healing the wounds between each other, healing these energies that were hurtful, but you feel hurtful because you had and you know that pain. You probably fear that pain, and because you stay within the fear of that pain, guess what happened? Like, attract like. And what is inside of you, that's what comes towards you. This kind of like energies that's gonna be pointed out, particularly with Sag in there, and that squared that it's it with Saturn for it. Thank God, this Venus is kind of like a released from the jail. So some of you is gonna be really releasing themselves of internal jails and so on, which is Saturn and Pisces represent, kind of like a free your psyche in there, learn things in there. But at the same time, this ascendant is going to shows up. These beautiful energies of Mercury. As you see it, the energy concentrations is right in here. And those energy concentrations, they're concentrating on what? Mars. Where the Mars is? At the 7th house. So try not to have a fight about within the relationships, because those fights within the relationships, they don't have a positive effect. You can have misunderstanding and try to resolve them, but don't go into these fights. Leave the weapons outside of the bedroom. They don't need it there. In the bedroom, we need love. Yeah. And you're going to feel it. Venus is going to be feeling that powerful love, because that love is beginning to increase from the moon and Uranus. You feeling it, those energies, they're strong. Okay, they're strong. But Mercury is there squaring all this. If you don't express yourself, if you don't communicate, if you don't seek in it in there, you're not gonna know what kind of relationship is. Relationship without communications is nothing but just either imaginations or and so on. Communication is the key for evolution, but the key is within you. You. All right. Divine interventions, go into the shadow. Yes, it is. I mean, you go with that midheaven, that inner work into the shadow. You see what is the purpose is. Oh, lack of communications. You squaring Mercury. Oh, you're opposing the moon in Uranus. You're opposing your own intuition that tells you with the little voice, don't go there. Don't act like this. This is not proper. This is immature. You need to follow in the spirit, because the spirit's going to help your soul. The soul is going to open up your heart. Your heart is going to begin and connect to your brain, to your mind. And that's going to be able to help you to releasing the stuff, understanding the stuff. But you do it with love. With what love? Healing, love of Virgo. All right, talking about the next hour, 7th p.m. Very beautiful energies coming out on the horizon. You see it, it's coming. And And you see what the heavy energies are. The heavy energies is with the moon horizon and Uranus, but also with the ascendant and that it's already at Aquarius and Pluto. Okay, Pluto is at 0 degrees 8 minutes. He's very close to cross into Capricorn, but it's still he's giving this last beats of these divine energies to the sun. Kind of like a don't do anything like the old material things. You are a soul that have experience within the body. You're here to have this embodiment of the soul. Don't forget about that. It's not only about fighting with the materials and so on, but heal from the patterns that are not good. All right. Well, 8 o'clock, yeah, of course, those duality, it's coming back into the menu, and they're kind of like hunching you back, and you're like, what should I do? What is that? And so on. Ascendant is opposing the sun, but there is these beautiful energies in there. It's like how did the divine was talking to you in your past relationship? How's the divine was doing it with this? And now you see that under the effects of the mean Lilith, have you been mean to other people or the other people mean to you? And you learn how to be mean and you want it to be the same way mean so they will feel what is to be mean personality when they don't like it. But when they don't like it, what do? They leave it. They just leave you by thinking that you are the meanie while they don't see their own actions and they never achieve things. Now you see the differences in there. So heal people, healing people. Okay, but when it comes to this relationship in there, you're understanding the emotions is required where? In your spirit, in your soul. All right. Talking about the next hour, this is going to be at 9 o'clock. The North Node is going to be popping up on the horizon together with the Ascendant. Midheaven is a Capricorn, and the Sun is looking for a beautiful Capricorn. It's like, man, when I'm going to be going into that service. Man, when I'm going to be ready. Oh my God, I got to go through this Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. Why just not go in there and fix the work and do the work? We're gonna missing of how to do the work. So if you feel a little bit in a hurry up of this situations, this lack of impatience because of this, you see these energies up front of you, okay? But you also see it, the need moving forward. All right, 10 o'clock. Very kind of like interesting energies because the work. You see that the inner work of the midheaven leads to growth. And that inner work leads to growth is going to be your reward. You fix these limitations, you're understanding what you need to do at the material world, and now this energy of Capricorn, it goes in there to Jupiter. It's like, yeah, you see, you grew it. You are very good with Chiron, you heal it. You are very good with Mercury, you learn how to communicate within yourself and fix these issues. Self-healing. Well, first you have to heal yourself before you heal other people. And now you're understanding this purpose. That unhealed personality can come to you. You will try to understand it, push it away, or show them that they have to look within them and see the patterns they need to do. But all that energy has to be done from what place? From a place of love. Okay, Venus, it is energies with Chiron, divine healing. Okay. All right. So here is, this is a 11 o'clock energies. I open up with this. Midheaven is together with Pluto. This right here. If you changed, if you transform, if you remove these old patterns in there, if you get your job very powerfully done, you can go and put your head in the pillow knowing that you did your best. Maybe not your very best because of all the other stuff that goes on. As you see it, this kind of like energies between Mars and Venus and together with Saturn, they're gone. Right now, you took yourself out of this jail, out of these big situations or those things. You begin to be going out there, okay? But you need to find the truth, and the truth is always within you, okay? Within you. That's where it's hiding. And then the truth has to be spread out. And that's how you want to be fulfilling yourself. Okay? Because feeling of helping at others, and we're talking about that Venus that is at Virgo, it is about the right thing to do. Healing your own self in there. And as that energy is coming in, this is going to be about tomorrow. These energies that are going to be overnight about deeper changes of the subconscious. Overnight, some of you is going to have a dreams. Some of you is going to be feeling the energies. Some of you is going to be overexcited. Some of you is going to have this incredible love that it's coming from somewhere. You don't wonder where it comes from. The planet creates that gravity, and the gravity turns into this magnetic field. That magnetic field, it turns into your energy. You're feeling this energy and you translated that energy into human emotions. And this is the part of understanding the astrogravity. Okay, that is that magnificent power that holds the whole universe. But the universe lives within you. You just have to go back and reconnect to the universe from within. So the universe from within can reconnect with the universe from without. There. Okay, guys? And if you do this job, hopefully you do it, you're going to be greatly rewarded. You're going to be greatly rewarded. Okay? But as long as you do the work, that work is you. Who's going to get the rewards? You. All right, guys? That's what I'm leaving you. Thank you so much for watching. And come back tomorrow for more Asto-Gravitational report and wisdom for you. Hopefully this report helps you in your life. Yeah, I gotta give you some gifts of love here. Take it as much as you need.